Good morning, welcome to Catex TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, February 26, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to Catex TV. In Washington, D.C., House and Senate Republicans are in the midst of possibly shutting down the Department of Homeland Security because of President Obama's executive orders concerning immigration. Homeland Security is responsible for enforcing the executive orders. However, at the same time in New York City yesterday, 3 people were arrested on terrorist plots allegedly linked to ISIS, including possibly assassinating the president, planning to at any rate. Republicans are now finding themselves in a bit of an issue here because shutting down the Department of Homeland Security, which is responsible for securing the borders of this country at a time of great terror peril, would not necessarily be a wise thing to do. Meanwhile, UK insurer Royal Sun Alliance has indicated that it has returned to profit in 2014. Last year, they showed a loss of £244 million. For 2014, they showed pre-tax profits up to £275 million. Their net premiums dipped about 8%, reflecting RSA's disposals throughout the year, as well as general low premium market conditions. Their combined ratio went from 99.4% down to 98.8%, which is not bad. The core business underwriting profit improved sharply to a record £190 million, excluding Ireland, up from £97 million last year. It's also going to recommence dividend payments with a final dividend recommendation of 2 pence per ordinary share. At the same time, Richard Houghton, Group Financial Officer of RSA, is going to stand down from the board of directors effective May 7th of this year. He's going to continue in his executive role, but will leave the group once an appropriate replacement is found. Today, a series of bomb blasts in Cairo, as many as 4 occurred, killing 1 person, wounding at least 7. Egyptian security officials say that the wave of attacks was using homemade explosives, and they're blaming so-called Islamic militants. 4 bombs exploded in residential districts. Another bomb exploded outside of a police station, and there was a suspected bomb outside the Cuba presidential palace, but that turned out to be a false alarm. Investment bank Morgan Stanley said last night it's reached a $2.6 billion agreement with the United States Department of Justice. This is to resolve civil claims regarding its sale of residential mortgage-backed securities. This is back in 2006, 2007, and 2008. Morgan Stanley is going to escrow some $2.8 billion in reserves in order to pay for this. HSBC, the Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation, the largest bank in Europe, we announced yesterday, was appearing before Parliament yesterday. It was a bit of a rancorous session. They rejected calls from British lawmakers for executives to quit over the bank's Swiss tax scandal, but said they were having to clean up after a, quote, terrible list of control and compliance failings. The chairman of the bank, Douglas Flint, and the CEO, Stuart Gulliver, told a panel of UK lawmakers that they shared collective responsibility for failings at the bank and that allowed clients to dodge taxes. Gulliver's own tax affairs have been thrust into the center of the scandal after Britain's Guardian newspaper indicated that he had sheltered millions of pounds in HSBC's Swiss private bank himself. He was asked yesterday by a member of Parliament, "Do you have the moral authority to carry on this change process at HSBC?" Mr. Gulliver denied any wrongdoing and said being domiciled in Hong Kong as he is, he did not represent aggressive tax avoidance by his actions and that he had paid all appropriate taxes. CoreLogix, the analytics company that comes out with periodic indications of potential loss, has now come out with one saying that nearly 900,000 single-family homes in the western U.S. with combined total reconstruction value of more than $237 billion are currently designated at high or very high risk for wildfire damage. This is an awfully big number, but the study is quite compelling. It's available, of course, on the internet. In Bermuda, the official residence of the Premier of Bermuda, known as Clifton, is now up for rent. The historic building appeared on the Coldwell Banker website yesterday The rent is $15,000 a month. The building was refurbished in 2006 at the price tag of $1.5 million. No Premier has lived at it since 2012. And in Arizona yesterday, officials say that all services for the internet have now been restored following an act of vandalism that left people across the northern part of the state without access to the internet, cell phones, and landlines for several hours. During the outages yesterday, businesses could not process credit card transactions, ATMs didn't work, law enforcement databases were unavailable, and even weather reports were affected in an area ranging in 100 miles in length from Phoenix to Flagstaff. CenturyLink, which is the internet provider, said the problem was first reported around noon, and 6.5 hours later, internet services began to return. The company said that employees found a fiber optic cable in far northern Phoenix that had been completely cut through. Well, we've always said that the infrastructure of this country is very fragile. Hopefully this is not being watched by people intending to do harm. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.